Let's start. The project name is background location. In this tutorial, we will see how to capture the current location of the user when the app is in the background, in Java Android. To capture the user location in the background, we need to use the foreground work manager, which will display the current user location in a notification, and the user will know that his location is being tracked by this app. As we are going to use the foreground work manager, even if the app is closed, the work manager will continue to capture the user location until the user stops it. Let's see the project structure. In the manifest file, we have specified the location and internet permissions. In the build.gradle file, we have integrated the location and work manager libraries. Here we have the main activity, a location manager class, a permissions manager class, and a work manager class. And in the UI, we have the activity_main.xml file, which is the layout of the main activity. Let's see the UI. Here we have a button called Get the Background Location. Let's see the code. The constraint layout is the root layout. And this is the button. Let's see the Java code now. The working of the permissions manager class is explained in one of our previous tutorials on runtime permissions. The link to that video is mentioned in the description. This class basically handles the runtime use permissions. These are the imports. This is the location manager class. These are the data members. First, we implement the singleton object creation pattern, so that only a single object of this class would be present throughout the life cycle of our app. While creating the singleton object, we call the init method where we initialize some things. In the init function, we get the location provider client, and also set up a location callback where we get the actual location data. When we get location data, we send a broadcast to the work manager class. That shows this data in a foreground notification. This process works continuously. Then we call the createLocationRequest method. This is the createLocationRequest method that creates a location request like this. This is the startLocationUpdates function. This function requests location updates from the location provider client. This function continuously updates the location data. This is the stopLocationUpdates function. These are the imports. This is the background location work manager class. These are the data members. In the constructor, we configure the location manager class, notification service, and a broadcast receiver. In the doWork function, we call the setForegroundAsync function. Inside this, we call the showNotification function. This will create a foreground notification and update the location data as progress. Next, we start an infinitely running while loop. This will keep this work manager class running, and then we call the start location updates from the location manager class. This is the show notification function. Here we call the create notification function. This is the create notification function. This is the update notification function that updates the latitude and longitude data as the user location changes. This is the broadcast receiver. This receiver receives the location updates from the location manager class as a callback. These are the imports. This is the main activity. These are the data members. In the onCreate function, first, we create instances of the permissions manager class and location manager class. The onRequestPermissions result function handles the result of the permissions. If the permissions are granted, we call the startLocationWork function, which starts the work manager. When the Get Background Location button is clicked, first, we check if the location permissions have been granted or not. If not, we ask for the permissions. Then we call the startLocationWork function, which starts the work manager. This is the startLocationWork function. This is how we start the work manager. Let's run the app. So that's it. That's how you can capture the current user location when the app is in the background in Java Android. Thanks for watching.